How much of your dopamine on a daily basis comes from a natural source? And how much of your day is spent coming from a source of artificial dopamine? Natural being exercising, natural being making some money online, for example, natural being going for a walk in nature, natural being taking a cold shower, artificial being corn, vaping, weed, drugs, social media, video games. How much of your day is taken up by both? On a percentage scale, 50-50, 75-25, 60-40. Well, if you want to know a fun fact, the majority of people, it's about 90-10 or 95-5. That's the majority of people. And I want to insert some fear into you right now. If you live that lifestyle, where do you see yourself in 5 years' time? Instant gratification is most people's worst enemy, and it always will be. It leads nowhere. And once you start replacing your time with delayed gratification activities, working towards meaningful and valuable goals that suit you, life becomes so much more enjoyable because our dopamine receptors have come back to being natural. And that's what dopamine is there for. It's the reward system of our brain telling us we've, achieved something and that we should do more and more of it because it's good for us, society, the environment. But modern day society has hijacked our dopamine receptors with corn, vaping, sleeping in, social media, so much shit that leads us absolutely nowhere. Yeah, I can say whatever I want, but if you don't want to change, you won't change. So changing this guy up here, changing your goals, even changing your values, instead of trying to get as many girls as possible, maybe try to change that to try and get as many good friends as possible. And you will see, once you change your values, your actions will change in advance. I'm not saying getting girls is bad. Does that actually fulfill you? Or does that just boost your ego a little? Set some meaningful goals that actually fulfill you. And look, if getting girls fulfill you, go ahead. I'm not here to change that, but make sure your goals are on point. Now, step 2, you need to find a replacement for your bad habits. Let's say you're addicted to vaping, right? You need to find a replacement for vaping. Let's say on average you vape 5 times a day. You feel that you want that nicotine rush 5 times a day. It comes around. Let's say every 3 hours, right? You want another hit. Instead of hitting a vape, do something different, like doing some push-ups. I don't know, taking a cold shower, like going for a walk, going for a run. These things suck in the moment. But what do you want? Instant gratification or delayed? You can always, replace the vape with a straw or something. But this video isn't about vaping. This is actually how to rebuild your dopamine receptors. That's for another video. If you're dropping down and giving us 100 push-ups every time you get a nicotine urge, imagine in 6 months' time what you would look like doing 500 push-ups a day. Imagine that shit. And look, you'd rather hit the vape than do 100 push-ups or as many push-ups as you can. But how bad do you want it? How bad do you want it? Are you really that weak-minded? Whenever you get an urge to do something, just ask yourself, am I really this weak? Step 1, change your values, change your goals, or create new goals. Step 2, find a replacement for the things that you are dependent on. Now, step 3, once you have clearly identified, you've got your goals, you've got what you need or what you're going to replace this bad habit with, you need to change the identity on yourself. The brain will act according to what it believes, to what you believe. If you still believe you're a corn addict, you're going to be a corn addict. This simple mindset shift could save you so many times. And you don't know it because, again, the brain acts according to what it believes. If you're saying to yourself, oh, I used to watch corn, just say you don't watch corn. Just say you don't vape. Stop referring to the past. Look, I'm not saying to never refer to the past and be happy with the progress you've made, but stop identifying yourself as an addict. You've got your goals, you've got what you're going to replace your addiction with, and you change who you are up here and what you believe up here. Practice this. Put in the work. Progressive overload your life. Let's say your split is 50-50. 50 natural, 50 artificial dopamine every single day. Progressive overload your life. 55% day 1, 45%. Day 2, 60-40. So on, progressive overload, get better every single day. And guess what? You're going to fail. You're probably going to fall into those bad habits again. But as long as you're learning from every single failure, that's the main thing. If you're not learning, yeah, it is a failure. But if you are learning, it is not a failure. It's a success in disguise. But as long as you learn from it and progressive overload your life further. And I just want to point out things like video games, things like, TV, things like social media, I think they should be implemented into someone's life in moderation if you enjoy doing it. Because everything in moderation, balance is key in my opinion. But things like corn, vaping, all that type of shit, the high level stuff, I think that should just be eliminated from someone's life. But if it works for you, it works for you. But this video is for the people who, know that stuff doesn't work for them. But Jack, yeah, you've told me all this, but I just have no motivation. I have no determination. I don't know how I'm going to get started. Well, I want you to go and watch this video right here on the screen right now, because this is the technique I use on a daily basis that has kept me consistent for 2 years straight. And it literally takes 2 minutes. I'll see you in that video. Thanks.